Hello, and thank you for attending today's presentation on the SoftwareKey Solo Server Customer Service Portal. My name is Mike Wozniak, the CTO and founder of Concept Software. Also helping me with the presentation is Abram Pusada from the software development team. This is the third event in a series of technical deep dives of the various aspects of the SoftwareKey system. The SoftwareKey system for independent software vendors has been around for over 15 years. We have nearly 6,000 customers around the world. Although a basic customer self-service portal has been available for quite some time, not many customers knew it was available or how to use it. This year, we launched a brand new customer portal with significant new functionality that all software publishers using Solo Server to license their software can access and provide to their customers. If you're not using Solo now, this is one of the best reasons to start with the SoftwareKey system. Today, I will talk about 6 topics. For those of you unfamiliar with the SoftwareKey system, I will first start with a brief overview. We'll talk about the features of the customer service portal, how to use it, how to customize the look and feel of the portal. We'll also show you how to configure software maintenance and upgrade rules through the product catalog of Solo Server. We'll talk about some planned features for future releases of the portal. Along the way, I'll give some demos of these topics so you can see it in action. All of your microphones and telephones are in muted mode. In the GoToWebinar control panel applet, you should see a question section. At any time during the presentation, you can type your question there and choose to send. We will be monitoring the questions along the way, responding to some directly and saving some for questions at the end. I'm going to start briefly with a quick poll to see, survey who is out there, or what the makeup is of the audience, of who is using Solo Server in production, who might be evaluating it, or neither case. Okay, great. So it looks like most of you are currently using Solo Server. Some are evaluating, and just a couple people are in the neither case. Thank you for responding to that. I don't know why my forward, it's not advancing the slides like it's supposed to. Okay, there are 2 main components to the SoftwareKey system. Protection Plus is the licensing client which runs inside of your application on each customer's computer. You can create or extend trials, create applications that periodically expire, pay-per-use applications, etc. You can license modular applications or give each customer access to specific features. There are also network floating licensing features to enforce a maximum concurrent number of users. Solo Server is the license management server. It automates the online activation process, has an optional e-commerce module and shopping cart, has tons of other features such as CRM for software licenses, the customer self-service portal, which we will be talking about today, software maintenance renewals, which we'll also touch on today as well, etc. As I've said in previous webinars, we could host a dozen or more webinars on all of the features of Solo Server. So, very similar to any shopping cart's account management page, one of the main features of the customer self-service portal is to see all of the customer's order history, including reprinting of invoices. In addition, since the SoftwareKey system is all about license management, the customer can view assigned license IDs and remaining activations. The portal can be used to allow customers to download software updates as long as their maintenance is current, where Solo Server will keep track of the maintenance expiration date in the Solo database. When the maintenance is expired, the customer can purchase a maintenance renewal and immediately download the desired update. A couple other relevant administration and notification features worth mentioning here, not necessarily directly related to the customer service portal, but to the license CRM functionality, is that Solo has the ability to automatically notify customers when their maintenance is coming due or past due, which will hopefully drive additional revenue for your company. It also has a report, a real-time report to show the status of all software maintenance so that you can find those who are coming due or past due and contact them manually should you wish to do so. And finally, the customer service reps at your company can use Solo's maintenance expiration date in the database to see the status of the customer support contract before providing support to the customer. This is not cooperating here. In addition to renewing maintenance, the customers can purchase software upgrades. The Solo shopping cart has a recurring billing engine for automatic periodic billing, say if you are licensing your software as a service. The customer can log into the portal to change the credit card used for the automatic billing or even cancel future payments. When customers receive new license IDs, say through a reseller, they can register these new keys under their existing portal account so that they have a central view of all licenses. So these are the basic high-level features of the customer portal. And here's a screenshot showing what the portal looks like with the default look and feel template. Notice that there is a dashboard-like interface where customers can see their payment history, download their updates, manage their recurring payments, see all of their licenses and activations, purchase renewals and upgrades, or register new licenses obtained through the reseller chain. Customers can also edit their contact details and see your company's support contact information. Using the portal is very easy. The first step is to obtain your author ID. When you log into your Solo's administration interface, if you scroll down to the bottom and look for your author ID, will be in parentheses next to your company name. The next step is to add a link to your brochure website. The screenshot here on this slide shows a portion of our homepage banner with the link to log in. The Solo manual has a new chapter on configuring and using the customer self-service portal. One thing to note is that the integrated e-commerce features of the portal are designed to use the .NET version of the Solo shopping cart. If you have had your Solo account activated for earlier than a couple years ago, you can look at the links in your Buy Now to see if they end in .aspx. If they do, then you're on the .NET cart. Our support knowledge base has information on how to switch your account over to the .NET cart. You can feel free to contact support if you need assistance or unsure which shopping cart you are using. So I'll start with the first demo. Here, I am logged into the administration interface of Solo Server, and to get the author ID, we just scroll down to the bottom, and you will see here is my author ID for this for our account. If we go to the Solo manual by going up to the top and clicking on Manual, you'll see the full Solo Server manual, and there is a chapter here now on the customer service portal, how to configure it, how to use it, and how to customize the look and feel. One thing that is very useful that you may not know if you're using Solo is that you can impersonate a customer by searching for them in your customer database, and you click on the View Customer page. When I do this, this will automatically log me in to the customer portal as if I'm the user. So you will see what they see when they log in. This will impersonate them, meaning that you do not need to have to type in their ID and password in order to log in as them. One thing to note is that when you impersonate a user using the View Customer page link, that this always uses the default template of the portal. The customer service at the top with the kind of a grayish, this generic template. If you have taken the time to customize your portal, your customers will always see the customized template, but when you impersonate a user, you will always see the default template. If we go to our home page for our company, you'll see the customer login link here at the top. This is what the customer would use to log in to the portal, and you would put a link like this on your brochure site. You'll notice that in the status bar of the browser, you will see the link to the customer portal, which basically all it needs is your author ID. Now, I will go and switch to a different browser, and I will go ahead and log out. So when I go to the login page, I can log in by any one of several pieces of information that the customer may have, their email address, their invoice number, license ID, or customer ID. You'll notice that the login page does match the look and feel of our website, as does the portal itself. So we have customized the look and feel. And I will go through briefly here each one of these dashboard pages. Under payment history, I can see all of the invoices, the date, the invoice number, what products were purchased on that invoice, the status of the invoice, the price. I can click on the invoice number to reprint the receipt. There are breadcrumbs here, so I can always go back up a level by clicking on the breadcrumbs. If I click on downloads, this will show a list of all of the downloads that are available in my account. You'll notice that this is a test account and has several different download options. The first couple here are licenses that the maintenance expired already, so the expiration date shows up in red. The download button is grayed out, so it cannot be clicked on. However, the customer can click on the renewal option, purchase a renewal, which I'll show that process in a little bit, and immediately have access. For items that are not expired, then they can click on the download link right from here. Going back to the dashboard, I'm going to skip down here to licenses and activations. This is where I can see a list of all of the license IDs. I can click on a specific license ID and see information about that license, when it was ordered, the status, how many activations are left, when the maintenance expires. I can purchase renewals and upgrades for this license, or I can download the software. I forgot to mention, in addition to the breadcrumbs here where I can go back up a level, there is a logout, so the customer can log out from the portal. Going back up to the dashboard, if I click on renewals and upgrades, this is where it will show all products that I have valid licenses for. I can see various options to renew my software maintenance, which are the first two options, and I can also purchase add-ons. And this is all configurable through the administration interface, what shows up here, and each item can be, the user can just simply click add to cart to renew a particular maintenance or purchase an upgrade from one product to another. I will also show here we do have very special hooks in for the portal. So this is showing what the portal looks like for one of our customers. So you can see the look and feel of this page matches their website, looks nothing like the one that we showed that matches our website. And the difference is that this customer would like to present a list of licenses, when the current maintenance expires, when the proposed maintenance would expire, and the price. And all they have to do is check which products they would like to renew, and scroll down. It will show a total, and they can click add to cart. And this will create a cart which has these three items, maintenance renewals for these three items already added into the cart. And when they purchase the renewal, the new expiration date for the maintenance will be the date that's here in the right column. This page, it is possible for us to create a custom version of this page, as we did here for this customer, that has very specific business rules that match the requirements of your company. Coming back here, the customer can change their contact information here by clicking on this link, which will update your records in the database, in the Solo database. They can change their password, and they can see the support information from your company, how to contact support. I did skip over the recurring payments, so let me go and show you that on a different customer account. So this one has, so this other test account does have recurring payments. I thought it did. It did this morning when I looked. Not sure why it's not showing up. Maybe I inadvertently canceled it. What would typically show here is that it would show what the list of recurring payments that the customer is configured to be billed for automatically. It will show like the last 4 digits of the card that is used, and we'll have two links on the right, one to edit the stored the stored payment or change the credit card that is linked to the service, or also a cancel button to cancel the recurring billing so that the customer is no longer charged. Okay, so we'll talk briefly here about customizing the look and feel. We showed you two different examples of portals that were customized. First off, you don't have to. The default template, well, we hope you agree that the default template looks professional and can be used out of the box. Like the shopping cart, you can upload a single graphic to be centered above the portal content. In addition, also like the shopping cart, you can style the entire wrapper around the portal content, including customizing a style sheet for very granular control. And the two examples that I showed you were using this second option. I'll show you a quick demo on how the customization works. First off, if I come here to Storefront and Files, there are two options here. The older option, the custom HTML and logo, is what is currently used to style the shopping cart. This is where you can simply upload a graphic which will be centered above both the shopping cart, if you're using that, and the portal. This can be a small graphic that is just centered on the page, or it can be the full width of the portal as a banner graphic, and a graphic designer can create a fancy banner that has your logo and any other information that you would like to show up in that banner graphic. The second option is the newer option for creating what we call custom markup templates. This is where we actually put in a name for the template. We upload the markup top and bottom. There are instructions in the Solo manual for how to do this. You can have multiple templates here. Right now, the only place that we're using this new template feature is for the portal. Eventually, we will change the shopping cart to support this new template database. One thing to note is that if you choose this more customized approach of the look and feel, you have to upload any of your graphics, JavaScript files, style sheets to our server so that it is available through a secure connection, so that when the customer logs in, all of the content that gets sent to the browser is secure. If you reference graphics or other elements that point to your website instead, the browser will display a message that not all of the content on the page is secure. Once we have added a template here, we can come to the customer service options area, and we basically just choose that template from the list and hit submit or hit save. And that will make the portal look like the website, as it does here. Okay, moving on, talking about the software maintenance rules. So how did we add those maintenance renewal options and upgrade options that I showed you? The Solo product catalog has a two-level hierarchy, a product and a product option. You can have as many products in your catalog and multiple product options attached to the product. We'll show you an example of that in a little bit. Each item in the catalog can have rules attached to it, and the rules can look for multiple prerequisites at the product or product option level. The customer service portal uses rules to display the renewals and upgrades for the licenses that the customer owns. And the shopping cart uses the rule definitions to enforce that the license prerequisites exist in the customer's account before they are allowed to purchase, meaning that customers can't purchase a renewal without first having a full license, as long as the maintenance renewal product option in your catalog has a rule defined for it. One thing to note is that maintenance renewals will modify the existing license expiration date. So when you look at the order history, there will be a new item in the order history for the renewal purchase, but the expiration date for the maintenance of the existing license is updated to reflect the updated expiration date that the user purchased. So if they had an expiration date on June 1st and they purchased a one-year renewal on say May 15th, they got a notice, an email notice that their maintenance was coming due. They renew early, then the expiration date of the maintenance for that license will be modified to be June 1st of next year. There's no penalty for renewing early. There are, and if the customer renews on or after, then the expiration date will be a year from the date that they renew instead of a year after, or a year from when the previous expiration was. So that's so a maintenance renewal will modify the existing license expiration date, and an upgrade will it can, not always, there is a configurable option to change the status of an existing license, meaning if the customer owns the professional edition of your product and they upgrade to the enterprise edition, there is a configurable option to change the status of the old license to mark it as upgraded so that the previous license cannot be activated or used again in an upgrade purchase. So let's give a quick demo of the maintenance rule options. Okay, so here is our product catalog. And as you may know, we do sell Protection Plus in 3 different editions: the Professional Edition, the Enterprise Edition, and the Internet Edition. Each of those items are available both as physical delivery and electronic download. We have, so that's the 6 options here. We also have maintenance renewals. We have for 1 year, we have maintenance renewals for 2 years, and we have a maintenance renewal after expiration. What does that mean? Well, as the example I gave before, if the customer received a notice that their maintenance expires on June 1st and they renew on May 15th, the maintenance expiration date will be updated to June 1st of next year. If the customer renews on June 15th, the maintenance will be updated to June 15th of next year. Now, is there a limit to how long or how long after the expiration the customer can renew? Meaning, can they wait a year and purchase a renewal on a license that expired a year ago and then get another year of maintenance? Well, that's configurable. You can specify look-back periods, which I will show. So every item or every product option here in the catalog has a different price associated with it. And if I choose the maintenance renewal for the Enterprise Edition, and I scroll down I will see the rules. And this says here that in order to purchase the maintenance renewal for the Enterprise Edition, one of the following products have to be in their license history. They have to own either the Enterprise Edition physical delivery or download, the first two options, or they have to own an upgrade from one of our previous versions or from the Professional Edition. So if the customer upgraded from the Professional Edition to the Enterprise Edition, then they would qualify to be able to renew the maintenance on the Enterprise Edition. If I go back and choose the product option for after expiration, notice there is a $75 increase in price. We call that a reinstatement fee. It has the same rules or the same prerequisites, meaning you cannot purchase this maintenance expiration or this maintenance renewal unless you own one of these licenses. If I view or if I edit one of these rules, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. So this one here, you can see the options. There are several options for the rule, whether it is going to look for a particular expiration date, whether it's going to display the item in the portal. So if I want to display the item in the portal on the renewals and upgrades page, then I can just simply check this box. If the license has to be valid in their history, meaning it hasn't been returned, then you would check this box. And I mentioned before that when you purchase an upgrade, you may want to update the status of the old license that was upgraded so that it cannot be used, activated, or upgraded again. You would just simply check this option. There are also some advanced options. Say, for example, you sell a product that comes with a year of maintenance and the customer bought version 1.0, and their maintenance expired on or will expire on 12/31. When the customer or when you release version 2, you may send an email to all customers saying that there's a version 2 available which you are eligible to get for free. And when you check this option, the customer will receive a new license for the new version of the product and be able to download it, and it will carry over the previous expiration date, which means that the new version will also have maintenance which expires on 12/31, merely copying over the expiration date from the previous license which they upgraded. Here's where I can specify the product and product option that is the prerequisite, and you can also specify what error message is displayed to the user when the rule is not when the rule hasn't passed, meaning that they don't have a prerequisite for in their license history. So they're not eligible for the license. If I go back and look at the one I was looking at before, the 1 year, here is in the rules. Where it says here, verify download expiration date. This basically tells the server that as long as the customer is within 60 days of expiration, they will be able to purchase this renewal. If they are not, if their expiration date is more than 60 days ago, then the rule will not pass. So this is how you can create multiple items in the catalog for people that are within a grace period of expiration or outside of the range. In our case, there is a reinstatement fee for getting back into good graces with the maintenance of the product. But as long as you renew within 60 days, there is no penalty. You can obviously configure this for the rules of your company. So in this case, if I check the box and have 60 here, when that customer has a maintenance which expired on June 1st and it is now June 15th, as long as you have something more than 15 days in the look-back period or the grace period, then the customer will satisfy this rule. If you specify 7 days in the grace period, then they would be outside of that rule, and you could create a tiered pricing model so that the further away they are from the expiration date, the more they pay to reinstate their maintenance. So I'll go back here to talk about some plan features. We have many customers that have started using the portal already. Feedback has been very positive, and some good ideas have already been sent to us. So some ideas that we have in the works is to be able to hide various dashboard options. So if you're not using the recurring billing engine, maybe you want to hide that. Or maybe if you're not using the e-commerce feature, hide any of the options for purchasing renewals or any of the other e-commerce options or related options. Be able to change or remove the support phone number so that you can have a main contact number for your office but a different phone number for support. Some smarter display of maintenance renewal options so that as the look-back period, so it basically will evaluate that look-back period at the time that the renewals and upgrades page is displayed to only show the items which they're eligible to purchase. We also plan to add additional renewal pricing options because some customers feel, and it's really the philosophy of our company as well, that if you have an insurance policy and you let that insurance policy lapse, if you go without being in a car accident for a year or two after you let that policy lapse, you can't just simply call up and reinstate that policy in order to have a claim for a car accident. So many customers have asked for the ability of basically making customers catch up on any maintenance that they let lapse so that the total cost is the same whether they renew it late or renew it early. There's no advantage or disadvantage to when you renew. We also would like, we see value in adding the ability to manage license installations and activations so that, let's say a customer knows that they are no longer needing a particular computer, they would be able to revoke a particular license and even name each of their PC installations so that they know which installation ID belongs to which user of the software, so they can use that friendly name to say, this is my notebook, this is my desktop, this is my home computer. And if you get a new home computer, you would be able, or they would be able to log in to the portal and revoke a particular license for their home computer, and then they would be able to activate the software on their new home computer without needing to contact you. We also have planned to expand the ESD download options so that you can keep track of various releases of your product and be able to push down multiple different files instead of a single file. If you're watching the recorded version of this presentation, that many of these items are likely to have already been completed. So to summarize, those using Solo Server, it's very easy to set up and use the new customer service portal. Customizing the look and feel is not required, or it can be very easy. For those of you that are evaluating Solo Server, we feel that this license management portal and customer self-service portal is one of our key features, differentiating factors in what we can provide. We have done some very custom renewals and upgrade processing pages for large customers, and those projects have gone very well. Being able to provide these several customer self-service options will give your customers a pleasant experience around your software licensing. They'll be able to view and manage their keys. Customers under maintenance can download software updates. This also helps automate the notification of software maintenance expiration to customers and even allow them to purchase renewals online for instant access to updates. And what does this mean? Additional revenue opportunities for your company. So that concludes the presentation. We'll see what questions might be pending here in the queue. Again, feel free to type in the question applet to submit any questions you have. The first question: what do I have to do to offer this to my customers? Well, basically, just go to the. You just have to add a link to your brochure website. Again, showing this here. This link here will allow customers to log in and see the portal. And that's all that's needed. The portal is available and enabled to all customers that are using Solo. When you go to the the Solo Server manual, and you go to the customer service portal chapter, it basically walks you through exactly what you need to do to create that link to put on your portal page, or to put on your brochure website. If I enable access to the portal now, will my customers see all previous history? Yes. The Solo database it's collecting all of the invoices and licenses and activations, all of that data from previous orders since we launched the Solo Server in the mid-90s will be available to your customers, as long as you have data in there that goes back that far. Can the functionality be customized? Some of the functionality can be adjusted through CSS by your web developer. If you are hosting Solo Server internally or using Instant Solo dedicated URL, this gives you the highest degree of customization ability. We do have a hook for the renewals and upgrades page, since we know that will be one of the most popular pages to customize. So there's already a hook built in to easily customize this page with our help to create something that has custom logic for how to charge, what options should be available to the customers. For example, if I go back to this custom page here, one thing that we have done for a large customer is they wanted to present a list of licenses in the customer's account with a drop-down of letting the user choose 1 to 5 years. So this list would have a drop-down here, and they would be able to choose 1 year through 5 year. It will automatically calculate the price. And I think I can show you. Let me try one more time to show you the recurring payments. Well, I guess still not showing up. Okay, scratch that. Okay, are there any other questions, Abram?
We actually have one here asking, is the deactivation feature available today, or is it still planned? The answer to that is yes, it's still planned. It's not available yet, but right now deactivation is presently only available through the activation web services that are available. That's also available on the customer support site that we have available for you on our SoftwareKey.com website. Follow-up question on that is, does the computer where our software is running need to be connected to the internet during deactivation? The answer to that is not immediately, but it does need to periodically phone home to at least check the status of the installation so that it can at least eventually detect that it has been deactivated. Also, it is possible for you to do a custom implementation to require it to phone home in some way within a certain period of time. And we do also have, for the new activation web services, and especially with Plus Manage, the ability to actually process a activation or deactivation request, or even a status check request, basically through another computer that has internet connectivity. So the internet connectivity is required, but not necessarily required to be a direct connection. Next question I have is, can the renewal price be based on the total number of user licenses purchased? The answer to that is you can. One of the options in the rules was to set up a one-to-one match. And so what this allows you to do is keep track of the quantity purchased and actually make it so that they can renew, that number of licenses, within the limitations, but not renew more, obviously, than what they have purchased. The other thing is, it is possible to set up hooks for custom renewal pages. So if there's some additional logic, such as forcing them to purchase basically a minimum quantity of renewals that would renew all the licenses instead of just one, or a limited number of them, that's something that we can certainly work with you to achieve.
Okay, I got the recurring payments to work. The reason why we had problems is because this is a test account which has got a tremendous amount of test data in it, and it's linked to multiple author IDs. So I figured out which author ID it needed to be connected to in order to see it. This is not something that you would experience with your account. So when I click on the recurring payments here, this is where I'm going to see the how much is being charged, a truncated version of the credit card number that it's being charged to, what product it is that is automatically being billed for, and the next payment when it's due. The user will be able to come and edit this to change the card number, and they can also cancel it by clicking on the X. It does give a confirmation, and then it's automatically removed from the list. Any other questions? I don't know why this mouse is just not cooperating with me. Okay, so we're interested in any feedback that you have on the new customer service portal that we've shown you here today. This webinar, if any feedback on the flow or content, the speed, any feedback, we're always ready to listen. Or requests for any future webinar topics that would help you understand and make better use of the SoftwareKey system. Feel free to send any feedback or requests to support@softwarekey.com. Thanks again for attending, and have a great day.